recipe out of this one, the one that I reviewed earlier. It's a copy of a 1957 book, Betty Crocker's Cookbook for Boys and Girls, the 1957 collection. But this one was made in, I think, around 2000, early 2000s. So there's all kinds of different recipes in here, and they're all for kids. Easy for them to do. I am going to make a velvet crumb cake. Let me get to the right recipe here. It's a velvet crumb cake. There is not very many pictures in this book. So I am tripling the recipe because we're taking it tomorrow for Easter. But it takes Bisquick. So let's get started. Okay, so for the velvet crumb cake, I'm going to give you the recipe out of the book, but I am tripling the recipe. So it's 1 1/3 cups of Bisquick and 3/4 cups of sugar. You kind of whisk that together. That mixed up a little. Really super simple. It has a really good icing, a broiled coconut icing on top. Okay, so then you add 3 tablespoons of softened shortening and 1 egg, which it's 3 eggs for me because I'm tripling it. 1, 2, and 3. And then you add 1/4 cup of milk. And then you add that together, stir it together. It doesn't say to use a mixer, so I am just stirring it. It says to mix vigorously. Okay, then you add another 1/2 cup of milk. So I will add 1 1/2 because I'm tripling. And 1 teaspoon of vanilla. Then it says to stir it. Okay, then to put it into a 8x8 pan, floured, greased and floured, and it bakes for 35 to 40 minutes. So I have one 8x8 pan. This one is for us. And then I have a bigger 9x13 that I'm going to take with us tomorrow. So I'm going to pour a lot of it in here. And then in there. I'm going to finish the rest of it off in here. I'm going to put that in the oven for 30 to 45 minutes, and before it comes out, we will be back and we'll make the broiled icing. The cakes are out of the oven. They're still warm, so that you are supposed to leave them warm, not let them cool. We're going to do the icing. It's a broiled icing. I have my broiler on low, and I moved my shelf up, so 3 inches, supposed to be 3 inches from the broiler. It's 3 tablespoons of softened butter, 1/3 cup of brown sugar. And then it calls for 2 tablespoons of top milk. Well, we don't have top milk around here. It's the creamy part of milk that they, back in 1957, I guess that's how milk was. but we are going to use just heavy cream. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. Now I did 6 because I'm tripling the recipe, but it only calls for 2, so it's not got a lot of ingredients in it. And 1/2 cup of coconut. And then it calls for 1/4 cup of chopped nuts. I just did walnuts. It didn't say what kind. Okay, so it looks similar to German chocolate icing. It's a little thicker. Okay, I'm gonna bring one of the cakes over here and put the icing on it. They smell really good. Okay, so then it says, spread the mixture over a warm cake. I don't want to mess the cake up. Just let it sit on there for a minute to melt. Okay, I got this spread out quite a bit. So then it goes in the broiler. It says for 3 to 5 minutes to watch it. You set your broiler on low. It's been cooling for a little while. It looks really good. I let it broil for about 5 minutes. So I'm going to taste test this. It has a lot of butter in it. Very good. It's almost like a sponge cake. It's real light, like if you use self-rising flour. The coconut icing is really good. Broiled coconut icing. So I will put the recipe in the description box, just how it is out of the book. I know I made it for tomorrow, so I made triple. So I hope you can find one of these little books somewhere. I wish I could find the original. But this one was a remake of 1957 Cookbook for Boys and Girls from Betty Crocker. I hope you like and subscribe to my channel and hit that notification bell and you'll see more content like this, and we will see you next time. Bye. Your vintage baking tip today is coming from a book that I have done a recipe review and cooked plenty of recipes out of. It is Recipes on Parade, Casseroles, 2,000 Worldwide Favorites of Military Officers' Wives. This is a vintage cookbook. It is from like 1970s, early 70s. I love this cookbook. So the tip for today is rules for freezing. So under season your casseroles before you freeze them, because things like garlic, cloves, pimentos, green peppers, they get stronger. But onions lose their flavor. So wait until you get ready to cook them to add most of the spices. That's your tip for today. Thanks. Bye-bye.